Social work to me is much more than just attempting to fix someone's problems. To me, there is a much more emotional bond between the work that social workers do and the people and clients that they are interacting with, all while keeping a really sophisticated and professional environment. So to understand social work, you must be able to comprehend the entire spectrum of social work activities and the roles in which social workers undertake. Therefore, the need to understand the interconnectedness of micro, meso, and macro practices without being defined to just one particular area is of the utmost importance. I've learned that social work is aimed to address the needs of the oppressed, people who are vulnerable within society due to their social class, ethnicity, racial background, and cultural expression. There are many aspects that social workers incorporate into the foundation of their work. Different types of services that they offer, for example, would be direct services or indirect services. Now, direct services pretty much mean that they're directly to the needs of the person. Indirect services would be working with some sort of third party to make sure that the needs of that client are met. There's also different roles that they assume. It could be an enabler, so setting people up so that they can make their own decisions without assistance from another source. Being a broker, which is taking the individual and connecting them to other services that they may not have been aware of. A mediator, which is helping people to resolve conflict and having, for example, couples in for counseling or therapy sessions. And lastly, they could be an educator, so providing people or their clients with information that they may not have had access to before or even known of before. So as you can see, there are a tremendous amount of roles played by social workers to assist their clients in. So in one of my classes, Introduction to Social Work, when AO6, there was a guest speaker from the Housing and Outreach organization in Hamilton, Ontario. And he said that in the grand scheme of things, why are these people in trouble is the question that needed to be asked. So the organization that he worked for tried to understand why certain people were not able to function within society, especially when it came to their housing situations. So it isn't that they were totally oblivious to the influential factors, to other influential factors that were inhabilitating these people to have problems, but their focus was housing in particular. So the Housing Help Facility works mainly with renters and clients with low incomes. They find and maintain housing. They access subsidized and supportive housing. They understand the client's rights. Like they try to learn and understand the client's rights. They prevent evictions. They maintain and do repairs, and they also access Ontario Works Welfare and access Ontario Disability Support Programs. After being asked what I've learned about social work, I've come to the conclusion that I've learned that there are many definitions of what represents what social work is and what social workers do. There's not a set definition that could explain all of the environments that they work in, all of the services that they provide for the public, or roles that they play. In my opinion, social work is an ongoing learning process with the people seeking help and the social welfare.